What up, guys? It's the legendary gamer Kenan from Kaiser here, and we're back with a review of Dragon Ball Z Super episode 114. And things are just heating up as Kale finally was back to Berserk mode. You know, the Buff Broly form. Even though I don't know, it doesn't look like Buff Broly back then, but it kind of is. And at first they all start freaking out because shit, if you're going Berserk again, Zeno seems to be happy, of course. Like he doesn't mind him at all. And what's his name? Jiren is flinching his arm a bit. Like this could be a problem. This could be a problem. This could be a problem. Like, I'm just flinching a bit. I'm not to worry about anything or anything. Now, as Khalifa extends her hand, there's a whole teamwork hand holding. Kale grabs and just shoves it to the ground, and then gives one of those like amazing heroic speeches. Like she's not afraid of what Kale is at Berserk. She's embracing it until like if we two work together, that Nut will become the strongest team in the universe, like all universe. Even eventually, Champa starts to be like they'll become the most the strongest of all universes. No, I like how like no one's interfering. Like this is them in their like motivation stuff, and eventually quickly snaps out of her berserk mode and like unsuspected like her face starts to change unexpectedly. It's like it kind of surprised me about how quickly her face is poof, back to normal, and her power got even more intense as for some reason like now she's controller is one with the power and got a even a higher power. I'm not sure how strong she is now, but since her berserker mode was able to match Blue, she's pretty up there in strength wise. Oh, and by the way, this episode's about to confuse you even more. Just trust me. When it comes to power scaling, this episode's going to confuse you a lot more as you just keep on watching it. They eventually start to fight, and Goku's having a lot of trouble because of their tag team. Goku can't get a good combo on him because when hitting one person, they're hitting another, and it just. And even Kale gets like a little bit like really mad when you do like solar flare. So while that's been going on, Frieza is sort of death beaming everyone, and there has to be forced to cover. Like they couldn't like deal with this person. I'm not sure who was leaving. I don't remember quite exactly of who was the one that's leaving. It was Dispo. Yeah, Dispo like basically backed off like this person's too crazy or something. They couldn't. Frieza was too. Then another person, but Capital Peso, a Universe 3 police ranger. At first, I thought he was going to be one of like the same person as that doctor guy. My name is Doctor, and this is my Billy. Honestly, I wish I knew what he was though, but it was funny how he got eliminated. So before he was about to use like a robotic suit to change gear, they just basically really interrupted and all that stuff. And like then before Frieza could jump in, like Frieza's like. Then basically Frieza saw that of Kefla, Kale, and Goku were fighting, and Frieza wanted to like jump in and start blasting. Kefla automatically recognized the person who eliminated Kaba and wanted revenge. Just before Frieza can jump in, Goku says, "I saw them first. Finders keepers." And Frieza's like, "Fine, but lose quickly, so I my turn." And for once. Goku is not letting his guard down because Frieza has a death beam right into his back. But trust me, he's gonna let his guard down a lot, man. Just because he just knows Frieza. Probably just Frieza makes it obvious at this point. And so Frieza starts to watch because it amuses Frieza to watch him. However, then Capital Pistol appears again, and this time actually does transform into his. It was like a speed form, like it makes him like 300 times faster. But I'm not sure 300 times of what exactly, I don't know how strong he is. So basically, he just disappears. And he's like, I'm gonna ignore that, like that ever happened. That's you do get to see him in the next episode, though. So I'm against the androids, but right now we're focusing on after this is all Khalifa versus Goku, and Goku is having a very difficult time with their teamwork. They're there's like Goku's struggling so hard just to like be able to hold on for a second, but he's not able to. They're cheering him on. Krillin has like way too much confidence of Goku's ability, and Beerus is like completely like he should just team up with Frieza. Even Shenanigans like If they did Frieza, that match would have been ended much quicker. And while we interested to see Goku and Frieza team up, even though they did kinda when the assassin showed up, but not really. It was mostly Frieza doing the work. Now this time Goku's doing the work mostly, and they're honestly having a lot of difficulties at first until Goku decides to go Super Saiyan God on him. And from that one on, Kefla couldn't pick up, and now he's using those now. Well, KO basically moving one of his following Kefla around. Kefla can't really seem to dodge it. Goku had that smirk on his face. Eventually, it hits Kefla, and Kefla takes way too much damage. And KO is fine, honestly, but Kefla is the one who takes more damage. And they're at the very end, and Goku like says that was a great fight, but it's over now. Eventually, like we'll hope to see you again. See you soon, like similar to what he says to Kid Buu. That's how I got ooh, but and they started talking about like we have to use this as a last resort, and they actually while Goku actually throws him out of bounds by blasting the stage under with Kamehameha, the light flashes green, and we have the new fusion Kefla named after some telescope for some reason, like the Kepler telescope. They're probably named after something, or just, but I feel like Kefla is named after a telescope or something, or a microscope. I'm not sure which one Kefla is named after. I think it's a telescope. And anyway, this one, like I say, riding those mom jeans, she's freaking hot. Kefla is as hot as I expected it to be. I will get some of that real soon. And at first, she feels the power. She has like an evil laugh going in the background. It turns out they planned this from the very beginning, and that it was supposed to be like Kaba killing Kefla had the idea for Butara earrings. Kaba didn't want them, so we got killing Kefla doing with the fusion. I'm like, one thing that bothered me, isn't that against the rule with items? Well, as long as Zeno's happy, they don't really care. Like you can get away with a lot of shit with Zeno. If it's interesting looking and stuff, you can get away with stuff with that. They're kind of bending the rules a bit. Honestly, they're not really doing a good job of keeping it. But honestly, we got Kefla, so I don't really care. I don't really care right now. And as soon as they threw the first punch, they realized how they're too fast, and they even like slipped. They basically didn't like know how fast they really were, and just like slipped past Goku. And then Goku tries to hit him, but they were too fast and just knocks him out. And that's when the episode ends. Next time, we're going to see like Kefla versus Goku, and the title of it was like the Super Saiyan Blue defeated. Kind of a weird title for it. But Kefla looks really amazing on it. Even rocking those mom jeans, she really does look amazing. She looks cute. Give that. I was kind of like caught off of her when I saw like pictures of her fusion at first, and I can't wait for like to get a Dokkan card of her. You know, I have Kefla and Kale on my Dokkan team. I can't wait to have Kefla too. Hey, Kefla's a sexy fusion, not no lie. But obviously she can go super. Like her base form, she's basically holding off against Super Saiyan, like maybe surpassing Super Saiyan God at this point. So fusion's a very powerful thing. However, Gotank's fusion kind of was off. Like he went Super Saiyan 3, it did not even damage the jelly or whatever the Vegeta form. He didn't even go blue, I think. So again, Gotenks is always a terrible fusion. It's been a terrible fusion since he arrived. I don't like you can be a fan of Gotenks and stuff, but I think Gotenks is probably the worst fusion. I mean, he's just too goggy, and he basically never actually wins a fight. He never actually wins. I don't think he will ever beat. Like even when he appeared, it was for like short-lived. But Kefla was honestly like Kefla's an amazing fusion. I can't wait to see what she's capable of in the next episode. But for sure, it's probably a short review anyway. I liked it was a really good episode in some places. I have nothing much to say. I'm trying to know what to say, but I kind of forget places. Like though the whole Patara earring is against the rules, but I don't know. At least we got Kefla out of it. So anyway, thank you for watching me. Please don't forget to subscribe. I do new videos all the time. I'll be finishing a review because I'm watching episode 115 real soon, and once that I'm officially caught up and no longer behind. Anyway, this is Kenan Kaiser, Legend Game. Remember, I'm not OP. I'm just that good. See ya.